Hello students, myself Mutturaju NP, working as assistant professor in the department. Now I will explain about the Pelton wheel turbine. The Pelton wheel turbine, how it will works, its the theory and derivation for the maximum hydraulic efficiency. All these things let me explain in this video. Pelton wheel turbine is a impulse turbine, not reaction, impulse tangential flow high speed turbine. So what will happen here, from the reservoir water will be flow to the through the pipe, and then it gives to the nozzle. In the nozzle it will be expand. In the nozzle it will be expanded to the small jet of the water, where the potential energy of the water will be converted into the kinetic energy. That kinetic energy is the hydraulic input to your turbine, and then that will be converted into mechanical energy in the rotor. Let us see how it will happen. This is the Pelton wheel turbine. It will have number of buckets. Minimum 15 buckets should be there in the turbine. So minimum 15 turbine, 15 plus 1, 16 buckets should be there on the periphery of the rotor. This is the pipe, this is the nozzle. So this through the nozzle water will comes out. So this is having the diameter of the jet. Reservoir it is there here. It is maintaining with the grass head, and then water is coming in the pipe. That pipe will be so called what? A hydraulic pipe, which is having some losses. That loss will be HF, 4FLV square divided by 2GD. That you know very well. Das is equation. The grass head available here, sorry, the net head available at this particular point to the turbine it is equal to grass head minus HF. So this will be H. I will return this one as the H. Therefore your hydraulic input to the turbine it is equal to rho G QH divided by 1000 kilowatts. Rho into G, which gives the mass flow rate. If you take rho means kg per meter cube, Q, rho Q will give the mass flow rate meter cube per second. Kg per meter cube per second. Meter cube will get cancelled. Kg per second will be your unit for rho G. Rho Q, that is mass flow rate. Rho Q, mass flow rate into GH. Okay, whatever. Rho G, QH we will write. Q is the discharge. H is the net head available to the turbine. So amount of the power that is developed to the generator, it is measured by electric engineers and then electric meter. This is the turbine which is giving having rho G QH amount of power from as the hydraulic input. This is mass flow rate, rho into Q. Observe here properly. Rho means kg per meter cube. This one Q means meter cube per second. Meter cube will cancel. You will remain with kg per second only. That is mass flow rate. Then half mv square, that is the kinetic energy which is given to the turbine. That is impulse turbine. For your impulse turbine you are giving kinetic energy. The developed power in the rotor, P suffix rotor power, it is equal to, for the mass flow rate this much, VU1 U1 of M into U. Why U, not U1 and U2? Because it's having same blade speed at inlet and exit. The blade speed will be same at inlet and exit. In your college definitely you will have the Pelton wheel turbine. Please observe properly and try to understand these equations. Therefore your hydraulic efficiency to the turbine. See, to the turbine what your input is half mv square, output is this one. Okay, next we can go to the next slide. Here number of buckets on the runner, that will be D. This is diameter of the jet. See, this is the diameter of the jet. This is the diameter of the Pelton wheel. Therefore Z is equal to 15 plus D divided by D. It is module of M. Let me tell you, this is D divided by 2D. Okay, the D divided by D, that will be so called module. D is diameter of the Pelton wheel turbine. Small d is diameter of the jet, your turbine. So why I am telling this one, you please observe this one carefully. In your examination definitely this question will ask. So number of jets, what they will tell you, ask you, see, sorry, that number of jets, how to take this number of jets. See, water will comes here, it will comes here, comes here, comes here, comes here, and then come like this. What they will do, they will put number of jets, 1 2 3 4 5, sorry, 5 jets are there, 1 2 3 4 5 6 jets are there here, 6 jets are there. See, each and every jet will gives same amount of the what, v1, absolute velocity output will be the v1 will be the same to air. Therefore, according to your continuity equation, that number jet in each and every jet, the discharge will be the same, but the main discharge will be distributed to 6 jets equally. Therefore, number of jets it is equal to calculation total discharge q, it is equal to discharge in each jet, discharge in each jet, that is equal to number of jet pi d square divided by 4 into v1 square. So this one you know, area into velocity, number of jets, v1 is constant at each and every jet. See, the diameter is reducing, 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 like that only they will do in they will plan each and every jet should give the same velocity v1, so diameter of each jet will be the same n. So here they will make the arrangement how to do all these things, so that will be the great engineering achievement, calculation and all the things they will do. According to that they will send the water. Next the each bucket will be hemispherical in shape. See, this is hemispherical in the shape. When the fluid comes to the turbine and then hit the turbine blade, and then it will makes beta 2 angle, that is 180, it will turn 180 degree. So it will turn 180 degree and then comes out like this. So the tangential velocity will be, it is equal to vu1, that is equal to absolute velocity. Then blade speed will be u, relative velocity is vr1. Therefore v1 is equal to vu1, it is equal to u plus vr1. You observe this one carefully. Next, you know, as usual, when it is takes 180 degree turning, and then your beta 2 angle will be fall like this, opposite angles, beta 2 angle, vr2, v2, everything you know easily, perfectly. So please note down this velocity triangle properly. Pause your video, note down this velocity triangle in your notebook, and then go for the derivation. We shall go for the derivation. Energy developed in the turbine, it is vu1 u1 plus vu2 u2 divided by gc. Sir, why plus? Because the tangential speed at inlet and exit both are in opposite direction. Minus of minus, it will be plus. Therefore like this. But u1 is equal to u2 is equal to u. I am already told you people in the beginning, that is your tangential your blade speed is the same. Therefore u1 is equal to 2, u will be common, I am taking u common outside. So from the velocity triangle already you are written in the, from the exit velocity triangle, cos beta 2 is equal to u plus vu2 divided by vr2. That one you adjusted side divided by hypotenuse, you see in the your velocity triangle. I told you people to write down in a notebook. So vu2 is equal to vr2 cos beta 2 minus u. So vu1 is equal to u plus vr1. Therefore put all the things in this equation. vu1 I put this one, vu2 I put this one, u are the common. So vr1 plus vr2 cos beta 2 divided by gc. So vr1 if you take outside, vr2 divided by vr1 divided by gc. K is equal to vr2 divided by vr1 is equal to vr1 of 1 plus k cos beta 2. This one you know very well. I will put this one as k. vr1 is equal to v1 minus u. So put same thing here. And blade efficiency, it is equal to half mv square. Already, sorry, hydraulic efficiency, it is supposed to be hydraulic efficiency. So hydraulic efficiency is equal to 2u of v1 minus this one divided by v1 square. Maximum blade efficiency with respect to u, not phi, it is equal to 0. Therefore I am differentiating, but you see in this one you can't find any u term, therefore I am taken this one separately. So I am differentiating this one, v1 square, nowhere it will be get differentiate, 2 will not really differentiate, eliminate this one, you know very well. Then v1 minus u square, then it will be v1 minus 2u. So differentiation, v1 minus u square divided by du, v1 minus 2u is equal to 0, equating to 0, v1 is equal to 2u, v1 is equal to 2u, u is equal to v1 by 2. Put in the equation for maximum blood efficiency, v1 instead of u, you putting this value, v1 minus v1 by 2. So these are off, this one will become half v1 by 2, half v1 by v1, half v1 by 2. So this one v1 square divided by 2, then it will be 4, this will be 4, then it will come to denominator, v1 square 2, 4, 2 ones are 2 twos are, okay, 1 plus k cos beta 2. This is how you want to do the derivation. Next, another thing is that the absolute velocity which is comes out of the nozzle, it will be is equal to cv into square root of 2gh. What is the cv? Cv is the coefficient of discharge, okay. Then your CV value will be 0.97. Sir, examination ivella kodtara. You don't expect all these things. They will give or not. You must know about your Pelton wheel turbine. You are engineers. So, nimge idella gottirbeku. You these things you must know. Phi is equal to u1 by v1. That value will be 0.45 or 0.46. ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ದಿರಲಿ ಇದನ್ನ ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು ಸರಿನೇ, ಇಷ್ಟ ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ. phi is equal to u by v1. Therefore, you can get easily the answer 0.46. Direct ಆಗಿ ಹಾಕಿ phi is equal to u by v1 is equal to 0.46. ಕೆಲವು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಗಳು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ದಾಗ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತ ಹೋಗಿ. h ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು, ಇದು ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಮಾಡಿ u ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದ d ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಈಸಿಲಿ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದ n ಸ್ಪೀಡ್. ಸೊ u is equal to, according to this equation, this is the formula. Therefore, p is equal to rho q rho g qh divided by 1000. Velocity of water through the nozzle, it is equal to q divided by area of the nozzle. Thank you one and all.